So we already shampooed and conditioned her hair right here. We're putting in a leave-in conditioner. And then we are going to detangle from the root to the base. Well, from the ends to the root. Holding it at the roots so you know it won't be too much tension on the hair. And we're just going to detangle this whole section. Then we're going to move to the other section and detangle that. Again, holding it at the root, starting from the ends and working my way up.
Explain to me the multispectral imaging system that you have invented. Well, multispectral.
And making sure it's really detangled, because that's going to help a lot when you go in to blow dry the hair. And we're just going to clip it, and I'm going to speed it up here because it's going to be real repetitive. I'm going to do the same thing around the whole head. So just holding it at that root, working from the ends up to the root. Clip it, next section.
Generations or ages. It's become eroded with time. Script that was purposely scrubbed from parchment.
Clipping it, and then here's our last section. I did her hair in 4 sections, just the standard parting, nothing special. And I took that clip from the back and put it right there because I'm about to blow dry this section. So I'm putting Biosilk Silk Therapy into the hair. I'm just going to massage that in from the ends up to the root and get it in good so you can get it through all the strands of the hair. And I'm going to put some black Jamaican castor oil, and this one is rosemary. You can get whatever kind you want, any kind of oils you want. This is just the oils that I use. And again, I'm starting at the ends, working the way up to the roots, massaging it in good so I can get on each strand of hair. And now I'm going to start to blow dry the hair. Now for this part right here, you want to make sure you blow dry the hair thoroughly. Very, very, very thoroughly. Because if not, what's going to happen is that the hair is going to revert back on you to curly, and you don't want that to happen. So just take your time and do the blow dry. You don't have to rush. It looks like I'm being real aggressive, but I'm not. I'm being real gentle. And plus, this is my daughter. If I was being aggressive, she wouldn't have any problem telling me. So I'm not worried about I'm not being aggressive, but if I was, she would definitely turn around and look at me and be like, Mom, you tripping. So yeah, just make sure you blow dry the hair very thoroughly. And you see me like opening it up, putting it in 2 sections and doing that just because I just want to make sure it's really blow dried. Sometimes with this texture hair, it can seem like it's blow dried, but once you get in there and feel the root, it's not all the way blow dried. So I'm sure I'm going to speed this up here because it's going to be, again, repetitive. I'm just going to go through and blow dry all 4 sections, opening up each section into 2 more sections, just like that, making sure that it's thoroughly dry. I think I did this section like in real time, but I'm going to speed it up for the other sections.
As far as ancient astronaut theorists are concerned, there could be numerous lost texts of Enoch that will come to light so that they would survive a devastating...
Yeah, definitely speeding it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow dry just like I blow dried that first section. But what I'm going to do is I work my work around the head is I'm going to like combine the sections. So yeah, I'm going to like keep going back over the section I already did and blow dried throughout the head and combine the sections so you won't have that line going through. And same here. See how I'm going back on that previous section, and I'm going to go back on the first section. And see, did that with all of those sections. You just want to make sure that it's like fully dry, because if not, it will revert back on you. We don't want that. So now, this is my heat protector, and what I'm about to do is I'm about to go in and flat iron the root, only the root, because we want that nice silky look for her braids. So we're just gonna go in and flat iron the root of her hair all the way through. And I didn't say this, but when I blow dry her hair, the leave-in conditioner, It's a 10 Miracle Daily leave-in conditioner, has a heat protector in it, so that's why I didn't put a heat protector on it when I blow dried it. But that leave-in conditioner does have a heat protector in it, so that's why I didn't put it up there. But when I'm flat ironing it, I did put heat protector at the root, because that's what I'm flat ironing, and I let it dry before I went in and put the heat on it. And I went through one time, but for this section I went through twice because I started doing the sections a little bit bigger. And this is just what we're doing to her head because we want that nice silky look. You don't have to do this. When I give her little braids, I don't do this. I only do it when I do the bigger ones. So now what I'm about to do is go in and section the hair out. I'm just going to do the rows. I'm not actually going to do the parts for the braids. I'm just going to section the rows out, if that makes sense. And I'm going to do like a flat strand twist across the whole row to keep it separate. So I'm just about to do that throughout the whole head. And this just makes it so when I start braiding, like, section is not too big, too small. I just got like a nice clear look on it. You ever start braiding somebody's hair and you don't have enough rows or something, this prevents all of that. So this is why I do it. It do take a little bit of extra time, but it's worth it. I don't think it takes that much time, but some people say it does, but it's worth it to me. And y'all, I'm sorry that my head is getting in the way. I'm so sorry. So I'm trying not to talk too much, but I don't want to leave it too silent. So yeah, I'm just still sectioning it out here. And you see how I switched that up? It would have been like so horrible if I did that when I was braiding and I decided to like switch that up. I would have probably had to take out some braids and redo it. So I'm just about to do this through the rest of the head. So I'm showing you how I section everything off here. And that's the edge control we're going to use. That's the best edge control that I found so far for 4C hair. If you find something better, please leave it in the comments, but this is the best thing that I found so far. It does leave a white residue, but if you work it in good like you're supposed to and comb it through the hair like here, you're going to see me doing a lot through the video, like really working it in and combing it through, you'll be fine. So now what I'm doing is going and making my parts so I can do her first row of braids here. So let me tell you this right now. The back 2 rows, I did a different method of the feed-in braids, and then as I got up higher, I realized that the other method would work better. So if you see me switching it up, that's why, because the method that I'm doing on these first 2 rows for me works better with little braids, but the method that I do further up works better with the bigger parts and sections for me. So the way I do my feed-ins is I just literally, well, not feed-ins. The way I do my knotless braids is I feed in the hair. And what I'm doing is feeding the hair in between my index finger and my thumb. So on this first row, and I think the second row is going to be like in real time, not too much faster than what I did it, a little bit. So you can like get a gist of it if you don't know how to do knotless braids. But literally just feed it in the hair. Between my index and my thumb finger. And that's all I'm doing right here. It's just feeding in that hair. Oh, so the first row we are doing it just pink. And then on the second row we are going to do the braids pink, and then we're going to add in black, so it's going to be like pink and black on this row, and then as we go up it's just going to be all black. But that's how she wanted it. She wanted the first row pink, the second row pink, and like black braids, like a blend. I wouldn't say an ombre, I would say like more of a blend. And right where her hair stops at is where I'm going to add in the black piece of hair so it could be a blend. And I think right about here is where, when I decided to do the other method of braids. It's still the same thing, you just feeding it in between the pointer and the index finger. The only difference is that I'm not braiding the hair down some. I'm like feeding it in immediately. And I'll just continue doing that throughout the rest of her hair, this method, because I just find that it works better for the bigger parts. So I got a 5-month-old, so if y'all hear her in the background, please excuse me. So I'm going to start speeding it up, and I'm going to play music because the rest is real repetitive. I'm just doing the same thing throughout the whole head. The only difference is after this row, I'm just going to go in with all black braids. So yeah, just listen to the music and keep watching to the end.